Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name's HUMNA and I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality. I'm working on this piece where I created the grid inspired by the 30th ayat of Surah Baqarah. And that's something that you can also connect to through my Patreon if that's something that you'd like to do. I am creating this piece, and as I'm doing it, I'm just sharing whatever comes to my heart intuitively with the intention that it will bring you closer to Allah. It will remind you of your creative soul, and it'll just give you inspiration of how we can connect to Allah and create art as ibadat. You can message me if that's something that you'd like to join for my sessions that I run on Fridays 11 a.m. UK time through Zoom, or join me for my Ramzan sessions which is coming up, which will be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursday 10:30 to 11:30. So if that's something that you're interested in, send me a message through the social media links below. Sorry, not before. I'm just gonna see if there is an ayat before we start this piece that Allah guides us through. Inshallah, it will be something that will benefit all of us. So, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allah Mia, guide us to that what you know is going to be best for us. And those who are listening, those who are present, and for my own heart, to that what you know is best for us. Inshallah ta'ala, please guide us to that what you want us to focus on as we journey in this video. It's the Surah Araf, number 7th. And I'm just going to see where we are being guided to. It's this one. Pray humbly to the Lord who created the universe. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's the ayat 54 from Surah 7:754. God is your Lord, who created the heaven and the earth in 6 days, and then established himself as befits him on the throne. He causes the night to cover the day, which follows it swiftly. The sun, the moon, and the stars all obey his command. Doesn't all the creation and the command to control it belong to him? Blessed be God, Lord of all the universe. Call on your Lord humbly and in secret. He dislikes transgressors. Do not make conflict in the land after it has been made peaceful, but call on him with fear and longing. God's kindness is close to the righteous. What I'm sensing Allah is guiding us to is, when you come to me, come with a heart that is humble, that is not coming to me just to question who you are and what you are. Of course, that's part of the journey. But come to me like you don't know nothing. Come to me in a way and pray to me, for I know how things are run. The sun, the moon, the stars all obey his command. They are all being guided by Allah. So look at these creations of Allah, connect to the sun. What does the sun make you feel? What about the sun reminds you of Allah? What about the sun awes you? What do you think Allah is telling you through the sun? And this could be something really personal. He could be telling you something, he could be telling me something different on different days. So come to me, and he says here, call your Lord humbly in secret, meaning, like I said, everything that you look in the creation, the sun, the moon, the stars, look at them humbly and in secret. For each one of us will have a different lesson to learn from a different creation. What the sun tells me could be very different to what the sun tells you. It could be very different from the sun telling me on Friday morning what the message is from Allah, or the sun telling me as the sun goes down on a sunset. How does that make me be in awe of Allah? How is the sun reminding me of Allah, and what is it about the sun that I love so much that Allah wants me to focus on, right? So go into these questions, ask yourself, what is it in nature that is teaching me something today of how to remember Allah through that creation, through itself? So when the moon is going through different phases and we look at the moon, what are you learning from the moon? And like again I said, in secret, connect to these elements, these creations of Allah, and sit with them, speak to them, notice them. The sun is something that you see every day. The moon is something that you see sometimes and you don't see it sometimes, like, it's behind the cloud or whatever. Then the stars. The stars are so far away. Sometimes they're visible, sometimes they're not visible, based on where you are on the planet, right? How much pollution there is. So don't just think of things that are just in front of you. Think of also things that are within your reach and away from your reach, like the stars. So think of things that are close to you, meaning your body, the things that you use daily, the things that you eat, the relationships, the car you drive. Thank your Allah for all of these, but also thank Allah for that what you can't see, meaning your ruh, meaning that what is inside you, meaning those emotions that don't make sense to you, but they are there and you're feeling a certain way. Thank Allah that you are feeling and sensing something that is beyond your understanding, because in those moments, what He's teaching you is that not everything you will understand, but when you go through it, knowing that the only one who does understand is Allah, it will bring you relief. It will give you peace in your heart. For the one who loves you the most knows it, and will guide you towards your peace, inshallah. Do not make conflict in the land after it has been made peaceful. Once you connect to Allah, you've seen His mighty, you've let go of the worldly, whatever dunya, and you believe that everything that you are deserving of, Allah will give you. When you are given a land, meaning your body feels still grateful and content with all that He has given you, alhamdulillah, the qadr of Allah, all the experiences that you've had, when you look at them, that they were ways of getting to Allah, ways of becoming peaceful in yourself in the qadr of Allah, you automatically are being asked to don't go backwards. Like, you've seen Allah, you know Allah now. He's the one who created the sun, who is the one who commanded the sun, He's the one who commanded it how to move, when to move, where to go, how to go, when to rise, when to go down. It is He who is telling you through His creation that you know who I am. I am the one controlling all that you see. I am the one who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. He's telling you that He has taken a certain time to create you, the inside of you and the outside of you, your ruh and your earth. He has created. And once He has created, of course, He's going to sit there in His throne for what he has created. And that's in a way saying, I sat down on my throne because I feel so content in that what I have created. Your ruh is perfect, your body is perfect. So value what I have created for you, Alhamdulillah, because once I've created, I'm gone on my throne, sitting there in a peace space of being peaceful and content with what I have created. He's happy the way he has created the heaven and the earth. The heaven is that what you can't see, the earth is that what you can see. The heaven is that where your soul belongs to, the earth is where your body belongs to. So, all that he has created, he's telling you that your soul belongs to heaven. That's what he created. If he created heaven, he created your soul. So value your soul. And then value the earth, meaning the dunya that I've created for you. Stop looking at it for how bad it is, how unsafe it is. Understand that when Allah created both these things, he sat there. Once he's done his job, when the creation is done, he's happy with it, because now he can go and sit on his throne and be in a space of amazing creation. I've painted a beautiful painting. You feel very content. Now start being content in your own self. Acknowledge yourself as a creation of He who created the heavens and the earth. And when He created the heaven and the earth, He created it with purity, with love, with safety for all His creation. He loves all His creation. He is Rab. So when he created you and me and the whole of creation, he took upon himself to be its provider, to be its protector, to be all that there is, for he is light of the heavens and the earth. And so we really have to really connect to nature. Call upon our Lord humbly in secret. Connect to the elements in your own way. So, some of us might like the oceans or the sound of the ocean. Some of us might like the whale. Some of us might like the peacock. Whatever it is that you like in Allah's beautiful world, connect to that thing, not as something that, oh, I like a peacock, but connected to, I like a peacock, for it was created for me, so I could learn from a peacock to how to be graceful, how to be elegant, how to be in confidence of who I truly am. No matter what and where I am able to fully dance in my magical way, for that is how Allah created the peacock to teach me that lesson. Whatever it may be, I'm just giving an example. And it is a secret, it is something between you and your Allah in your heart. So if you connect to the lion, imagine that the spirit of the lion is actually inside of you. So Allah created a lion outside of you to remind you who you are on the inside. What is it that you're carrying inside your heart? And it's a secret. For that, what the lion means to you might not mean to me the same way, right? So it's a secret. It's secret means that he's got you, he understands you, he's got your back. It is a relationship you have with your Allah where he is telling you through his creation how to connect to him. But be humble about it. This is my Allah I'm turning to. I know nothing about myself, for He is the one who created me. I am the slave of my Allah, and that is the biggest honor that I could ever be blessed with. He chose for me to sit in alone in my silence and connect to His creation and learn from it. It is the ayat of the Quran that He created all of this creation that I could be in connection with, and it's just between me and Him. The moon was created for you, specifically you, to give you a certain message, a certain feeling. When you see something in nature connected to Allah, it's not going to shift your energy only at your heart. It's going to shift your energy at your soul and in your body. The word of Allah, the remembrance of Allah, the connection from with Allah is not just something that will affect your ruh, it will affect the way you behave in your body. The body cells start shifting, your DNA starts completely turning into something new. Allah has the only the only source of all power is him. The only source of all love is him. The only source of all creation is him. So when you connect to Allah and remember him through that what he's gifted you in the creation, what are you truly doing? You're not just turning your soul to him, but you're turning your body to him. And that is when he flows through everything that you see. All you hear is from him, all you see is from him, all you speak is about him. And automatically your hearing, your seeing, your being becomes a form, an act of ibadat, and you fully become the Khalifa of Allah. So don't go back into spaces which Allah has helped to come out and to show you the faces of. Sometimes we see certain relationships fall apart and we're able to see that this person did not have the right intentions for us. Allah makes it very visible to us. But what do? We question, we say, no, 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 I love this person, and so this person could do anything to me, and that's okay. Well, the person did something that violated with your soul. You think the soul that belongs to Allah will not cry out to Allah for help. And so when Allah comes into the picture and he removes that person or that job or that career or that money or whatever it is that was harming you, we say, oh my God, something bad is happening to us. But it is Allah's way of showing himself. He is in control of your ruh. He is in control of your body. If you are in pain and you're not able to make the choices that you need to, he will create the experiences where you will need to rise above, to be connected to your Allah. And so don't go back to those people and places where you were not celebrated and made unworthy, unseen, unloved, but call on him. Call on him with fear, not the fear that, oh my God, I'm scared of Allah. Fear that Allah is not with you. Fear that, what if Allah gets upset with me because I haven't seen the signs? That's the kind of fear, the longing that only Allah can help me get out of this. The longing of, like, I don't think I can do this without him. That's the kind of longing Allah wants us to connect to. God's kindness is so close to the righteous. You see, He's telling you step by step. When you come to me towards worshipping, connecting, remembering me, I am the Lord of the heavens and the earth. I am the one who created this world. I'm the one who created everything that you are able to see and everything that you're not able to see. And when he calls himself, he is the Lord. He's saying, I am the caretaker of everything. I am Rabb. You see, that's why it really helps to connect to all the names of Allah, because every time you spiral into a space of, darkness or loss or unworthiness, He pulls you up through one single name. The power it has, it's incredible. And He says God's kindness is close to the righteous. He's telling you what you need to do. Come to me, be humble, remember me through what I've given you. For I am the one who has created everything just so that you can be reminded of your Creator through all of His creation. And sit with me in silence. Isolate yourself, come towards me, and build a relationship with me in secret. You don't have to tell anybody what element or what nature or what animal is helping you awaken to your true self. Sit with me in isolation, talk to me, create art with me, do your tasbih with me, go into your body with me, acknowledge what I have given you, and do it with the longing and the fear that I might not give you. You'll be far away from me. Have that fear in you that if you don't take on the signs and connect yourself to the creation, you're gonna like not have Allah with you, and you can have the whole world and not Allah. And I swear to God, From experience, I say this with all my heart, that you can have everything in this world, but if you do not have Allah, you have no meaning in those things. Those things lose their value, those things don't matter, those relationships don't matter who do not bring you closer to Allah. So let yourself be guided towards that which is constantly reminding you of Allah. Relationships. If a relationship or a career or a job or something that you want or have is not a remembrance of Allah, then ask yourself, how can you make it a remembrance of Allah? How can you be grateful for it? But if you are in pain, if you are feeling unworthy, unseen, unvalued, then ask yourself, Allah does not want you to be in those situations. He wants you to be celebrated, for He is very content with what He's created you as. So channel into that feeling that He's painted you and He's very content with His painting. And so don't go back to places where you've seen the reality of those people. If they are stuck in earth, they're stuck in dunya, they'll never help you rise up to your God. So that's His kindness. God's kindness is close to the righteous. Become the righteous. Choose Allah. Choose Allah in everything. When you do art, when you do cooking, when you're taking care of your children, everything. And if that thing, that act is not bringing you closer to Allah, then don't do it. Don't be in a relationship where you feel restricted or you feel like you're not happy. Don't torture yourself just because the society wants you to be there. Don't be in a job which is all about money, money, money. Make it about, is this job making my Allah happy? Is this job a source of my ibadat? If it's not, then why are you doing it? Because you see, your time in this dunya is really precious. If you're not going to value your time while doing what you're doing, then you're literally going to be stuck in this dunya, in this realm, and constantly go into loops, because you see, your goal is not Allah. Your goal is to do the things that the world wants you to do. And so I hope you received some kind of message and feel Allah's closeness through the ayat that I read. Inshallah, I really hope so. And please, Allah Mia, if I made a mistake, please forgive me. I hope I'm able to share that, what you want me to share, with your people, whoever it is who is listening. May Allah always guide us towards that what will please Him. There is no amount of pleasure that can come from dunya and its attachments. And if it's going to come, it's going to be so super temporary. It's going to be for today, but not for tomorrow, not forever, right? So when you look at the piece, right, if you go to the previous videos, you'll be able to see how I'm working on this piece. And this grid is inspired by Surah Baqarah, 30th ayat. And I'm just going to do one more line. I don't know if I'll be able to do any more, but what I'm feeling is, feel safe in the knowing. So you see how this triangles are symbol of protection. Feel safe in knowing that the dunya that you are in is a space where you are meant to experience Allah's love, day in, day out, through everything and anything. And if it's not what you are feeling, then you have to ask yourself, how can you? What is it that you can do to experience everything that you are doing as ibadat, right? Value your time on this planet. Value the person that you are. Value the soul that you are. Connect to yourself as His being, His creation, and let that be your guide. Let the pleasure of Allah be your guide. What will make my Allah happy with me that I can do in this very moment? What can I do to spread light? What can I do to spread love? It could be as simple as, I swear to God, as just commenting in a video or sharing a post with a friend who you think might, cheer them up. It could be as simple as you taking care of your own needs, sitting with yourself, eating or drinking a cup of tea, making yourself a priority. And no, it's not arrogance or it's not selfish to choose yourself and make a cup of tea and say, you know what, I need this time to be with me. That's what Allah wants you to do. You see, Allah wants you to spend time on your own, because the more you spend time with yourself, the more you will know who you are. And the more who you know you are, you'll also recognize who Allah is. You see, through you, your meaning you, the creation, through that, He's showing you who He is. He's your Malik. You know, there is so much like, there's so much peace in calling Him Malik, um, because you know that He's going to take care of you. Like all your worries, everything will just fade away, because He is your Malik, you know? Not the person who gives you the job, not the person who is, you're married to. Not nobody is your Malik but Him. Not your parents, it's Him. And so the more we connect to Him through everything that we are doing, you are in constant ibadat. When you are in peace, when you're doing something, you can't be in an act of ibadat when you're agitated or frustrated. You see, you are, of course, when you cry, yes, you are in that agitation. You are, of course, in the act of ibadat. But truly, in the sense, you wouldn't even need to reach agitation, but then you will reach agitation, because you see, you are human. So I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, that what you do when you're crying and praying is a bad thing. Not at all. I think that's a gift from Allah. But what I'm trying to say is that peace has a way to make our ibadat be something that we cultivate, and that helps us become stronger, and so we're able to manage the ups and downs a bit better. So peace, being in peace, practicing something that makes you feel peaceful is an act of ibadat, and your system, your nervous system heals and allows you to be more present, and that helps you not go down as frequently as most people would. So do the things that give you peace. Speak to people who give you peace. Speak to people who remind you of Allah. Build communities, your friends. Sit and like discuss Quran. Create art. I love creating art. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you did, I always say this: exchange your energy by liking, sharing, and subscribing with the world, with your friends, with your family members, whoever it is that you feel could or would or might receive a message through this. Take good care of yourselves, and inshallah I'll speak to you soon. Allah Hafiz.